The last track then we're looking at is a song called Passion, which after Diamonds and Dirt I think is also a reasonably good choice, or could be a reasonably good choice for a single release. I don't know if you agree with me on that one.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to redo the lead vocal on that one anyway, because we ran out of time kind of on that front. So the vocal will be redone, and there might be a few additives, so to speak. But that again is an old song from a band I had together with drummer from the Cult, Les Borner, and bass player Paul Raven from Killing Joke. And we put a band together it lasted a little while. Can't remember the name now. The Hellfire Club, that was it, yeah.
Don't need no passion, gets in my way. Don't bother me, don't care if you stay. Don't need no conscience to follow me home. My eyes are closing, the energy's gone. Come on, look deeper. I ain't got the time. You don't need a teacher. I know I'm still in my prime. From east to west to the arc of the sun, I got to move. I know I'm wrong. I can't be your savior. I can't pull you through. So don't expect me to do what you do. Come on, look deeper. I ain't got the time. You don't need a teacher. I know I'm still in my prime. You cut me right to the bone. The passion is gone. Why should I care? The passion's still there.
But the entire process, okay, I know there's a few songs in there that like they date back quite a long time. But which of these are the newest?
They're all from the past, really. I haven't really written anything. I mean, we have a lot of stuff because we had our own studio over here, and we have a lot of stuff that's been written. I mean, we've got so much stuff, but we sort of went, well, let's pick the stuff from. I found all these old cassettes, and I gave them to Soren, and he went through them, and he phoned up saying, "Oh, some of this stuff's brilliant,"
Yeah.
So we went through that rather than take the stuff we've just written, because we're going to keep that, and there's enough for about 3 albums,
Great.
So we're not short of material. Let's put it that way.
Have you enjoyed the process, Brian? Have you enjoyed getting back in and getting stuck in?
Oh yeah, but the point is I've never stopped.
Yeah, well,
Stuck in it. I mean, you make it sound like I've been in hibernation for like.
Well, I suppose in some ways, to a lot of ears, perhaps you have been, but I think maybe it's just the fact that it's a solo Brian Robertson album is the thing that I'm thinking that's primarily taking over my head here.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of the stuff I've been doing is probably I've been touring with John Norum from Europe as well, and doing sessions with other people, but mostly out in Scandinavia. Mm-hmm. And I was out in Japan with another friend of mine. So I haven't sort of stopped doing anything. And Soren and I have the record company running now and other businesses. So
good.
It's not like we're.
You're not sitting back and doing nothing.
No.
What about touring this album then? Is that a likelihood? And if so, where?
Touring it.
Or where would you like to tour it?
Yeah, we're going to tour it, but I mean, it's a question of, festivals next summer. There you go.
Okay.
The boss speaks.
Because a number of people have asked, will you be hitting the UK market and will you be getting to Ireland?
I know. Well, it'd be nice to hit the UK market, but the UK seems to be they're not really sort of rock orientated anymore, really.
Yeah, they're a bit pop idol at the moment.
Yeah, and it's and rap and all that nonsense, So
I would never take it to be a man to be after the rap, no, Brian, somehow or another. Maybe the craft, but not the rap, says you. Look, so there's no title on the album. I know you have a working title of 100 miles an hour with the brakes on, but that
was Soren came up with that one.
Well, that will obviously change somewhere along the way, and I think Soren mentioned something that you might like to do some sort of a nod towards Philip on the title. Is that likely?
It all depends on how we see it. It's not something that I'm going out of my way to do. I think that would be a bit crass, to be honest. Certainly there'll be a nod to him on the album as such, back of the album or something, because wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. So, but I very much doubt there'll be any sort of reference to Phil in the title,
yeah. But to my ears, Brian, I have to say your playing sounds absolutely fantastic. There are a couple of tracks on there. Diamonds and Dirt, as I said, is the most commercial one on it. But I absolutely adore what you've done with Running Back. I also like what you've done with It's Only Money. Another thing is your song. It's a slightly more. It was a ballsy song in the first place. Yeah. But you seem to have done something more to it that's kind of just taken it up a notch.
Yeah, well, it is. I always loved the riff, right? I mean, even when I first heard it with Gary playing on it, I loved it. It wasn't really done justice on the Nightlife album, and we didn't play it live, So, and I've been playing it live with John Norum and other people, and I just thought, it's such a good riff, but it needs something else, which is why I put Liney on the backing vocals with me, and obviously a totally different approach to the vocal, and the riff's a lot harder and the drums are completely different. So it's I think we've done it justice.
I think so,
and more.
Yeah, and I think the vocals on it sound really good as well.
Yeah, at least
with respect to Philip, obviously, but it was very hard to beat his vocals. But you've done it justice on this version.
Oh, thank you, Ben.
You don't believe in love, you don't believe in hatred. Put your money in the bank, it's the only way to say that you won't. You try to make a buck, but you haven't made a penny. You need a little luck, but you know you won't get any. You won't. It's only money.
Brian, I'm going to let you go and I'm going to say thank you very much indeed for your time. I know you're busy and all the rest of it, but it's
no, I'm not. I'm actually sitting watching Fools and Horses at the moment.
Well, the hard life of a rock star. There you go. Sitting back, only Fools and Horses. How bad?
Well, we were out last night seeing one of our bands do a showcase, so we're having a day off now.
Great stuff, and well deserved as well. Any particular idea for a date in mind for release on the album? I know it's next year, probably in the spring, maybe.
Yeah, probably spring or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we look forward to it. Brian Robertson, long may you continue to flourish and play and keep making the odd trip back to Ireland and up to Dublin.
I'll always do that, mate. Yeah.
And a little nod towards Philip and all the rest.
Oh, I love Dublin. It's both Soren and I.
Yeah.
Love Dublin. It's a great town. We always have a good time there, and the people
Absolutely.
are cool. So
yeah, always good to see you, Brian.
Right you are.
she pleases. Walking the streets on the south side of